Hello, my name is Sandra Reynolds, and this is my presentation video and visual for World Literature class with Miss Mary Collum as our instructor. I chose to write my resource paper on the efficacy of George Orwell's prophecy. Now, I must admit, at the beginning of the semester, when I realized that George Orwell's novel 1984 was a reading requirement for the World Literature class, I really dreaded it. I started reading the afterword in the back like we were assigned, and it seemed very gloomy and depressing. However, over the next few weeks, as I began to delve into this novel, I was amazed at the fact that this book had been published in 1949. Now, one must recall that in 1949, it was a time in history when most homes did not even have electricity or running water, much less a telephone. It has been over 70 years since the publication of this novel, yet George Orwell described many of today's modern innovations with epic clarity. Now, the novel 1984 depicts a dark and dreary future in which technology is exploited merely as an instrument for the purpose of controlling and manipulating humanity. While this novel is a work of dystopian fiction, I want to point out some of the similarities it reveals to current technology. My visual today is my new iPhone 11, which I recently purchased. Although this is not the latest iPhone available, iPhone 12 is already for sale and in use. I am amazed every time I upgrade my phone at the transformations that have been made since my previous purchase. My previous iPhone, which I believe it was an 8, it was unlocked with my fingerprint, which at the time I purchased it a few years ago, it seemed really innovative. However, this new iPhone 11 uses facial recognition to unlock my phone. So when I want my phone unlocked, I have to look at it and it has to see my face. Now, if I'm wearing a mask like we have to do in public a lot, no way, it will not recognize me, it will not open up, and I have to do it with my code. Now, Orwell's novel referred to the use of what he called a telescreen. These were in every home and every public place in the book 1984 that identified individuals and even noticed so much as their facial expression. Facial recognition has become a common occurrence in our society with its use through public surveillance cameras. So common that it is even on our cell phones. Now, the novel 1984 also refers to what was called a speakwrite, which Winston used to modify documents where he worked at the Ministry of Truth. It is a type of recording device which, when spoken into, converts speech into text on the telescreen. In essence, he could speak into the microphone and it would write out whatever he spoke. In comparison, much like Winston's speakwrite, if I want to send a text from this cell phone, all I have to do is pull up my text and push the microphone, speak whatever I want to say, and it will write out for me. Once again, we see that Orwell's accuracy proves phenomenal in its precision. It is of my opinion that the novel 1984 serves as a warning for America. Erich Fromm, in the first paragraph of the afterword of the novel, states, George Orwell's 1984 is the expression of a mood, and it is a warning. The mood it expresses is that of near despair about the future of man, and the warning is that unless the course of history change, people all over the world will lose their most human qualities, will become soulless automatons, and will not even be aware of it. One of the keys for this not to take place here in America is to be aware of what is happening and not to fall for everything that is propagated to us by the media. I choose to be an optimist, and I believe in patriotism and the true spirit of America's love of our country and its freedoms. It is necessary for us to cherish and hold on to those freedoms afforded to us through the Constitution, and when necessary, take a stand to defend them.